Welcome back to part 4 of the semi-final for the 2007 VC Student Poker Championships. Everyone wants to be on that final table, so let's find out who makes it.
Let's find out indeed. Thanks TV's Kara Scott. Absolutely brilliant. 4 players left on our featured table. We've watched them battle for a while. It's been absolutely fascinating. You've got to love short-handed poker. And Andrew, second seat round, has been the dominant figure in terms of chip stack and aggression. But we've seen some nice moves from the other players. And we've got a blind versus blind confrontation here. Both have aces. And Brendan's not afraid to raise up against Andrew's big stack. We've seen that before. If an ace comes on the flop, we'll have all kinds of fun and games.
4, 5.
Well, that's paired Andrew's kicker. The cards are running his way at the moment. What does Brendan want him to do? This is the classic problem. If you do raise out the small blind and the big blind calls, and you don't improve on the flop, what to do?
8, 4, 5, 6, 7.
$4,500 in the pot. Well, Andrew should at least call here. He may decide to raise and try and take the pot down, but he's got bottom with the ace kicker, obviously, and blind versus blind forehand. There's a very good chance he's got the best hand. I think this is Andrew's raising face. I've seen it before. No, it's his calling face. Very, very closely related, of course, those two faces.
And call.
He just calls. It's probably the better play. Keeps the pot controlled. He's probably got the best hand. He can see what Brendan wants to do on the turn. Now, can Brendan fire again? He's effectively made 2 bluffs at this pot already, although I guess the pre-flop ace high is probably best. But he followed through on the flop, and he's been called. And those are the cogs of Brendan's mind you can probably hear in the background. Gearing up for this decision. Where's the cheeky smile and wink to the judges we saw earlier? That's disappeared. We're down to the serious business now. And he's got himself into a bit of a spot.
Check.
He checks. And Andrew checks behind. Andrew's probably reasonably confident he's got the best hand here.
King.
Well, the king could have hit Brendan. Brendan might have raised with the king high hand before the flop. It does make a flush, although they're probably not going to worry too much about that. And if Brendan was to be able to find a bet here, it would put a difficult decision to Andrew. But if Brendan's going to make a significant bet, I think he needs to go all in. I think he's got about 6,000-7,000 left.
Check. 4s.
Can't do it, and the 4s are going to be good.
Pair 4s with an ace show.
And Brendan's going to be thinking about, if I'd made the big move on the river, would I now be sitting pretty? I think he did the right thing. Andrew calling on the flop meant he had some kind of hand. Andrew can't stop winning.
1,000, running ante of 100.
Must be the glasses.
No, so it's, at least there's no end.